Please welcome Michelle Henio, Chaitanya Kataki, and Malahi Asadi Zaidabadi.
Welcome. Business transformation is an ongoing process. Our team never sleeps, and we keep Aras on their toes too. To meet new market demands, regulatory requirements, planned and unplanned business challenges, we continuously adapt and extend our Aras product data management solution with new data types, concepts, processes, workflows, capabilities, reports, integration, and much more. Our Microsoft-wide product data management system has tight integrations across our enterprise landscape with operations, partners, and users accessing critical product data 24/7 from all around the globe. It is never a good time to turn off our system. So how can we efficiently upgrade it without disrupting our business processes? Together with my colleagues Chaitanya and Malihe, we will present how every year we successfully upgrade our complex Aras implementation while preserving our investment, configurations, customizations, integrations, and all our product data. But before looking at the how, let's consider the why. Why do we upgrade? Everyone likes free stuff, right? Do we upgrade because it is included for free with our Aras subscription? Well, yes. With Aras, we can upgrade. The Aras platform architecture is not only highly customizable, but also upgradable. It is resilient to business and technology changes. With Aras, we can configure, we can customize, and Aras guarantees and executes platform upgrades as part of the subscription. Our investments made in configurations and customizations are not lost during the upgrade process. We must keep current. As the years roll on, a postponed upgrade is no longer an upgrade. It becomes a real migration. By that time, our users are feeling the pain and the impact of a legacy PLM system. We also do not want to fall technologically behind. And of course, we need to satisfy our expanding and evolving business needs. Upgrades allow us to leverage the latest Aras core capabilities, and our users expect continuous usability, accessibility, productivity improvements. Overall, the Aras capability to upgrade was a key factor when we selected Aras as our PLM backbone. So now let's look at a few examples, very few of the many benefits from regular upgrades. Security is paramount. Keeping current is critical. We frequently run security scans on our code, on Aras code, and we promptly apply security patches on our server. But by updating the underlying technology, the core upgrades enable us also to remain compliant. From an end user usability, productivity point of view, we can take advantages of the Aras platform latest features and capabilities while retaining all our business data, configurations, and customizations. On the slides, you can see a few examples of these. Our latest upgrade to Aras V12 SP10 contains significant accessibility enablers. Accessibility is critical for us to empower all our users to achieve more. We will be leveraging the upgraded Aras core and its accessibility foundation in our configurations, our customizations. For example, screen reader support, keyboard navigation, and much more. Here are a few more examples of capability which were updated, deployed, or piloted after our Aras upgrades. Aras keeps updating and expanding the core platform. As every year after John Sperling's presentation, what's new from Aras? I already dream and I salivate at the prospect and all the capabilities which we will get with our next upgrade. Now, my colleague Chaitanya will present our history of successful upgrades.
The Thank you, Michelle. Hello, everyone. This is Chaitanya. As Michelle mentioned, why we need to upgrade. We need to have a glance at how we upgrade at Microsoft. Before looking at the process we follow, let us walk through our history of upgrades until now. In the history of successful upgrades, here we see our journey with Aras started from initial go live in 2015. From then, we stay current each year with a history of continuous upgrade cycles. Here is how many we did until now. I want to highlight a few aspects here. Every year, we had a significant increase in the number of integrations we handle to the number of customizations we introduce. We make sure the upgrade will incorporate and enhance custom capabilities. Historically for us, each upgrade cycle has taken around 3 months to complete. There are many dimensions and factors which are important to highlight. For example, during our upgrade projects, we do not stop the engineering teams from delivering regular deployments. We continue to develop, configure, and customize our Aras system. However, to reduce risks and complexities, we keep the upgrade separate from the other significant changes. For this purpose, we temporarily pause the updates during the month where we deploy the upgrade into the production. We deploy major infrastructure changes or new major capabilities at the earliest 1 month after the upgrade is complete. In the next slide, we will also see how we would stay current with our monthly releases and testing of our upgrade together. How we upgrade. Now let us see what is the upgrade process and how we do at Microsoft right from plan to deployment. In this upgrade process, we start our process with Aras upgrade team by agreeing and making plans for the project timelines, etc. As we do for building a house, we need to first build the backbone of all necessary architecture, utility connections before we raise the drywall or roof, and so on. The same applies here. So we start with planning and kickoff process right from the requirements, roles, and service health components which are mandatory at Microsoft. We perform impact analysis of infrastructure requirements, security, and related risks. We identify our latest test cases and their outcomes. This will be our definition of success. After we get all the planning green, we start the execution process by releasing the Aras bits into a newly set up environment. Testing each of the use cases is defined and validated against the results. Triage bugs, resolve them, and continue our upgrade testing with new fixes from Aras. This is an iterative cycle until we have no high severity bugs. During the whole project, we keep our users well informed. We prepare them from the new capabilities. We then go for this go live phase where we deploy to production, followed by monitoring and support. We do retrospective for key learnings, and we consider these learnings for future upgrades. Now my colleague Malihe will present the execution and complexity.
Thank you, Chaitanya. Hello, everyone. This is Malihe. As Chaitanya mentioned, we start the upgrade process together with Aras by doing detailed planning to determine the tasks, milestones, verify the steps with dependency, and decide about who does what. The goal was to reach the final step, which delivers the final upgraded and totally and fully tested package, which we can use with the Aras upgrade tool to execute the deployment. On Microsoft side, we started with preparing the testing infrastructure, IS servers, databases, load balancer, and other key environment configuration. In the meantime, the Aras and Microsoft engineering team were working on exchanging the required technical artifacts like the code tree, DLLs, and database scripts. The Aras team does most of the initial work to get the first package ready, and the time this takes varies due to the amount of customization Microsoft introduced, the amount of change in the Aras core code, and other factors like whether we are also upgrading dependent modules like component engineering. Once we have the upgrade package in hand, the technical task of installing in our environment typically takes a few hours, followed by intensive testing and validation phase. After the first package is built, subsequent iteration usually take between 1 and 2 weeks. We still need to validate integration and perform our own acceptance testing to cover all possible scenarios. At a minimum, these steps are repeated after each production release, which take place during the upgrade project to ensure our latest changes are also included in the upgrade. Even with extensive planning, not everything goes without challenges. For example, during our most recent upgrade to SP10, we faced several environmental and configuration obstacles, as well as some issue with the upgrade to the tool itself. Organizational change management is a key success factor for all upgrades, and our most recent one was no exception. After the deployment, we continue to communicate with user and provide training. Aras also provided after going live, we continued supporting our Aras implementation in cooperation with Aras support. Our upgrade process has several phases to support our complex Aras implementation. Despite our Aras solution complexity, we can upgrade successfully. In our implementation of Aras here at Microsoft, we have over 1 million files and more than 2 terabytes of data in our vault. We are dealing with more than 1,000 revisions released and about 100 scheduled tasks running per day, which makes our system a 24/7 platform. Our system is available for more than 6,000 internal Aras users and about 1,000 external users. As part of Microsoft flavored implementation of Aras, we have custom DLLs, more than 1,000 additional Aras methods, about 600 customized Aras methods, and more than 300 new Aras types. We enabled single sign-on as we are relying on Microsoft Active Directory to log in. Background conversion tasks are running, and much of our key data are available in Azure Data Warehouse to provide access to reports even on cell phones. Our system is based on Windows cluster for high availability. We have a web farm behind the Windows cluster and behind the load balancer and Windows cluster to make backend database always available for the system. During upgrade process, having 2 servers updated at the same time was challenging, but we were able to quickly process that with the Aras upgrade team and compatible upgrade tool with our implementation. Our CI/CD release pipeline adds more complexity to the process due to significant structural differences in file and folder structure, modifications were needed to make. In our PLM and all integrations, we use Azure Application Insights for logging to provide better visibility to system availability and performance. After upgrade to SP10, we updated Application Insight library as well to a higher version, and it was not possible before. With Aras upgrade team's help, we managed to address all challenges and our complex setup. All our upgrades were successful. And now a few words from Michel.
Thank you, Malihe and Chaitanya. As you indicated, despite our Aras solution complexity, we can still upgrade successfully. But how successful are we? Well, we measure what matters. First, we review our upgrade process efficiency. The lead time, it's about 3 months, from sending our first system baseline to the Aras upgrade team until a successful upgrade go live. How many iterations to address all findings? About 6. All findings are addressed with Aras upgrade team's help. Were any findings discovered after go lives? Well, yes, usually a few, but they are resolved in our following monthly release, also with the help of the Aras upgrade team. As Chaitanya and Malihe indicated, through shared retrospectives with the Aras upgrade team, we also identify improvement opportunities in the upgrade process. But most important, we focus on our customers. We measure our progress and impact through regular satisfaction surveys. Here are a selection of feedback which we received after upgrading to Aras V12 last year. In general, our users appreciate the new or enhanced capabilities which we deploy after each Aras core upgrade. Thanks to an efficient Aras upgrade process and a thorough testing procedure, including running all our automated tests, each upgrade deployment has been successful, on time, and without any showstoppers. Since our initial go-live 6 years ago, the user interface has significantly evolved, with many usability and productivity improvements, which our end users highly value. Communication and trainings are also key to ensuring the value realization and making sure that the new capabilities are being taken into use. So we have become addicted to the Aras upgrade capability. Time flies, and we already think about our next upgrade and all the benefits which it will bring to our business users. Together with my colleagues Chaitanya and Malihe, we thank you, and we look forward to answer any question you may have on our Aras upgrade experience.
Thank you, Malihe and Michel. So we have a couple of questions. Michel, are you using automated tests is one of the questions we have. Do you want to take
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We actually built our own set of automated tests, and we do run them during the upgrade once we prepare our basically automated pipelines. I think that Malihe also commented on it. We, however, do not use yet the Aras TAF.
Yeah. There was another question, like Malihe. I think I think this is relating. What was the downtime during the go live?
Actually, it was less than what we had before, and it took about 6 hours. Yeah.
That 6 hours included also the complete database backup twice, I think, during the downtimes, which probably was a significant time of the break.
Yeah, and updated 2 servers.
Yeah.
Thank you, Malihe. Michel, regarding the test cases, there is another question. So do you run all of your test cases for service pack upgrades as well?
Well, we do. We have multiple sets of test cases. We have a manual set of test case, which covers all the capabilities. It's like a checklist. And we do that manually because there are also changes on the user interface which we do not cover well with automated test case. We also have a list of manual test cases for our most important capabilities which were implemented during the past year. Since we do yearly upgrade, we check what did we change compared to the previous year. And finally, we run automated test cases. These ones usually do not cover the user interface, but they make sure that all the methods and the actions are going to work. But we run performance test cases as well.
Malihe, I think this is a relevant question. What can you tell us about Microsoft's DevOps process and technical team size and structure?
So we were working with infrastructure team, our dev team, and also with PMs. So the DevOps process, actually, we have to prepare the POC environment. We have to make the testing infrastructure available. We have to deploy. Actually, we have to run the upgrade tool each time after receiving the new package and start testing all the scenarios.
We can add also that our team is about, we have about 10 persons in the US and about 10 persons offshore in India. So we are about 20 to manage the one PDM system, or even a bit more. And all of us are at some points involved in the upgrade, but usually we are most involved a few days to do the testing. That's the most important on our side.
There is one more question. How do you typically identify what items, like item types, life cycle, or the workflows, etc., were impacted by the upgrade?
That's usually the most complex. Yeah, that's the most complex. We actually always ask Aras for a list of deprecated APIs, and we check the release notes to understand what has changed in the release. But we also need to do an exploratory testing because sometimes the impacts are where we do not expect them. But thanks to basically, we have understood with the Aras upgrade team that the most important is to have a very well-oiled testing procedure, to have test case in advance, to cover all our application, to have automated test case, which have a great coverage. That helps us a lot to even identify, where are the impacts.
There is another interesting question. How many of the 6,000 users work on data center and how many on Surface Xbox? Are there differences in how they employ Aras?
It's probably about 50-50 between our users. We also have 1,000 about external users. So out of the 6,000, we also have about 1,000 external collaborators. They use the system almost similarly, but we have a few concepts which are specific for our Azure users and for device, so Xbox Surface users. But they use the same Aras database. We use the same part type. We use the same life cycles, the same release process, the same engineering change management process overall, and the same VAR management process, which our colleague Pekka presented yesterday.
There was another question about, do we upgrade automated tests as well?
Yes. Actually, we update the Aras DLLs in the automation test projects, and also if any of the test cases fail during the upgrade, we will also update them.
Yeah, so we covered almost all the questions, unless we see a new one. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle, Malihe.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.